All right, hello everybody. I'm back once again. God is still speaking through visions and dreams. I won't be long tonight. I don't think I will. I want to talk to you about something that happened. That has been some things that have been happening over the week, and especially in wake of the latest assassination on a godly man, a Christian man, God-fearing man, a man that only stood for what was right. I'm amazed. I'm not amazed to hear some of the things that's been coming out of people's mouths about this man's death. It really doesn't surprise me because I found out, man, it's in moments, it's in times like these when people are revealed for what they really are. It's in times like these when people show their true colors. Okay? I remember when you remember over the years when we had like the incident with the George Floyd and the Trayvon Martin incidents, people really began to speak their minds. Okay, they began to show who and what they really were. In the Obama election, people that you didn't think that had a racist bone in their body, it was revealed that what they really thought about people of color. But in the wake of the assassination, I just want to remind Christians once again. That it's in times like these, okay, when your heart can really be shown for what it is. Okay? As Christians, there's a certain way we should conduct ourselves concerning these matters, okay? I was I wasn't shocked. I'm not surprised by the unsaved people or the worldly people or the people they call on the left, the radical left. They call them the radical left, or the Democratic supporters. I'm not surprised at their attitude. Okay, the attitude toward this righteous man that was killed. Okay, this righteous man, Charlie Kirk, was a good man. He was a righteous man. He was a godly man, and there were people that actually celebrated his death. Man. There were people actually celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. When Martin Luther King was killed, there were people actually celebrated Martin Luther King's death. Can I just say this? Can I say this? Because I'm being as forthcoming and frank as I possibly can, and honest and direct as I possibly can. If you celebrated that man's death, if you found any satisfaction in that righteous man's death, you have darkness in your heart. You have darkness in your heart. You have evil in your heart. You celebrate the death of a righteous man, a good man. That is evil. My Christian brothers and sisters, don't be a part of that. Because what's happening right now is the wheat is being separated from the tares. The wheat and the tare, Jesus Christ talked about the wheat and the tares. but wheat and the tares are being separated. God is not going to put you out. You're going to put your own self out. You're going to separate your own self by what you say, about what you do, and how you treat what is right. The scribes and the Pharisees in Jesus' day, they condemned themselves. Christ didn't condemn them. They condemned themselves. Okay? You got a lot of self-righteous people now, just like Jesus had back in his day with the scribes and Pharisees, the religious people. They thought they were right. They thought they were right, and yet they were crucifying the Son of God. They were trying to curse the Son of God. Here's what you don't know, though. When you release a curse on a righteous man, it don't affect him. It affects you. It's going to come back on you. That same curse you released on a righteous man, it's going to come back on you. Because, see, we were made in the image and likeness of God. God said his words, when he releases words, his words will not return to him and will not accomplish the thing that he sent it out to do. You were made the same way. Your words is going to accomplish the thing you sent it out to do. Okay? But it's going to be on you. Okay, so this is awful. This is awful. This is really terrible. Listen, did you know in the book of Revelation 11 and 10, you know the Bible talks to us about two witnesses that's supposed to come in the last days. Two witnesses. Okay? And they're supposed to be witnesses. They're supposed to be witnesses for God in the last days. They're going to be preaching the gospel. Now, I believe the two witnesses in Revelation is the church and the nation of Israel. Now, that's what I believe. Because the Bible said that the two witnesses are the two olive trees and the two lampstands. And in the Bible, of course, the two olive trees and the two lampstands is the church and the nation of Israel. Right? But anyway, that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say here is there are going to be two witnesses that's supposed to come in the future. And the world is going to they're going to assassinate these two witnesses. And the Bible said that they're not even going to bury these two witnesses, but instead they're going to celebrate that these righteous men are killed. They're going to celebrate the fact that these righteous men were killed. They're going to send gifts. They're going to have parties that these righteous men were killed. I can't stress this enough. If you found any satisfaction in this man's death, that is evil. That is a very evil thing. And you don't know what side you are on. You don't realize you are on the wrong side with God. You don't realize you are on the wrong side with God. If you found any satisfaction in this righteous man's death, the Bible said in John 16:2, it says, the time will come when the world is going to kill God's people. And they're going to think that they're doing God a service by killing God's people. Okay? And this is the attitude I'm seeing in some people now over this man's death. Listen, if you are a Christian, you should take note. If you are a Christian and you're around somebody that's showing satisfaction or celebrating or rejoicing over this man's death, you should get away from them, because the Bible said evil communication is going to corrupt you. Evil communication is going to corrupt you. It's going to corrupt your own manners. Okay? It's going to corrupt your good manners. Okay? So, this is the time we're living in, man. I mean, and you ask, there are some people, you ask them, what is a woman? I don't know. What is a man? I don't know. You don't know what a man is? You don't know? I mean, confusion. You know, Babylon was called confusion. That's the word. Babylon means confusion. Confused. You're in a nation it's full of confusion. You don't know what a man is. You don't know what a woman is. You don't know you're not supposed to touch a child sexually. You don't know that homosexuality is wrong. You think killing a righteous man is good? Man, this is a sad time. But as Christians, listen, man, we are to pray not just for Charlie Kirk's family, but even the assassin. We should pray for him too. We should send our prayers up before God for all these people, because they all have souls, and God died for all of them. And we should pray for the peace, not only for the peace of Jerusalem, but for the peace of our nation. Yeah, so the Bible lets us know that in Revelation 10, they're going to kill God's witnesses, and they're going to have a party over it. Okay? And God said the time is going to come when they're going to kill his people, and they're going to think they're doing God. They do that now. Islam do that now. Islam kill Christians all the time, and they think they're doing God a service. They think they're doing God's will, and they're killing Christians all the time. Islam. I told you all many years ago, and even in my book, I said that homosexuality is going to be defended to the point of bloodshed in this country. It's coming in this country. Okay? Listen, let me see, can I explain this? I want to read something to you, Matthew 13:47. It says, "Once again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into the lake and caught all kind of fish. When it was full, the fishermen pulled it up on the shore. Then they sat down and collected the good fish in the baskets, but threw the bad ones away. This is how it will be at the end of days. At the end of the age, the angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous." Listen. "And throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." You get that? Man, listen to that. Okay? This is how it will be. See, this is a separation, you all. This is a separation. You better make sure you're on the right side with God. This reveals what's in your own heart. I'm going to tell you something else. If you know what those Democrats... I'm with Donnie Swaggart, and there was another preacher that said, man, you can't be a Christian and vote Democrat, and you know what they stand for? You know what Democrats stand for? And you're going to stand with them, and you know what they stand for and who they stand with, and you're going to stand with them. How are you going to be a Christian? Either you are really just uninformed, okay? This is a separation. And you're going to be separating yourself. Listen, the Church of Christ, the Church of God, do not exclude homosexuals. Homosexuals exclude themselves. The church I go to, and all the churches I go to, they welcome homosexuals. They welcome the LGBTQ, but the LGBTQ don't want to be there. Okay? Wherever the light of God is, they don't want that. Wherever you teach the word of God, they don't want that. They separate themselves. As a matter of fact, if you look in the Old Testament on the word Sodom means to be separated. They automatically separate themselves when they become this. They separate themselves from God. This net the Bible talks about that this fisherman throws out into the lake and pulls back in. People, this is talking about judgment. This is talking about judgment. Listen. See, in situations like this, like with the George Floyd incident, the little young lady getting murdered on the train by the black gentleman, and this latest assassination, we have to be careful with this stuff, because as time go by, and police brutality, I hate police brutality and corruption. I hate it. I don't know, out of all things, I don't know what I hate more than that. But I have to be careful how I judge these things, because I don't want hate, because hatred can easily build up in my heart toward police officers. I could be walking around with hatred in my heart toward police officers. Okay? Hatred or bitterness or judgmentalism or whatever. And see, in these situations, you have to be careful not to allow yourself to become hateful, okay, vindictive, okay, angry, okay. See, you being set up. The whole nation right now is being set up for that net. Okay? That net is coming one day. Someday that net is coming, and it's going to be thrown out, and it's going to pull a lot of people in. Okay? Satan has a net. Satan. He's going to throw that net out there in that lake, or in society, or in the world, and he's going to pull a lot of people in. Okay, this is what this is talking about, y'all. In the tribulation, there's going to be a lot of people dying. A lot of people dying. That net is going to go out, and it's going to pull a lot of people in through death. Okay? And a lot of people are going to get caught with anger in their heart, unforgiveness in their heart, murder in their heart. They have not killed anybody, but they hate people. Okay? Anger and murder and malice and jealousy and wrath, and it's going to be in their heart. See, because everybody is seeing what's going on. We see what's going on in the nation. And you have to be careful not to allow yourself to become enraged and angry. Okay? Because when that net is thrown out, you could be swooped up in that net. I mean, let's just say it like this. What if a nuke hit this city? And millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people, an earthquake hit the city. Hundreds of thousands of people are killed. That's a net. That's a net that's going to reach out and pull a lot of people into eternity. And a lot of those people will have things in their heart that will not be right, that will keep them out of the kingdom of God. Because he said when the fishermen pulled the net in, there were all kinds of fish. Okay? The ones he didn't want, he threw them back. And he said, wait a minute. He says, so it will be in the end of the age. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous, and throw them into the blazing furnace where there be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Are y'all listening to me? This is judgment. People, you are being set up now. You are being set up. Satan is setting you up now. If you look at this, if you look at that assassination, and you are glad, that's what he get. He made me sick. You are not ready. You're going to be caught in that net. One day, that fisherman is going to throw that net. See, I mean, what if all of a sudden a plague or a disease sweep this country like COVID did and take out 20, 30, 40, 50 million people? What if that net come as a disease and snare 30, 40, 50 million people, and you got malice, unforgiveness in your heart? Okay? That's the net, people. I'm telling y'all, God gave me a revelation on the second coming. He gave me a revelation on the second. I can teach you the second coming of Jesus Christ. I can teach you about it. I can explain it to you. I ain't gonna say I know every single thing about it, but there's a lot I do understand. The net is going to be thrown out, and you're being set up now. People, you're being set up now. What is your attitude toward that man, toward that righteous man? Okay? Even if he wasn't righteous, what is your attitude toward, what is your attitude toward corrupt politicians like Kamala and Joe Biden? What is your attitude? Okay? You have to be careful, man, what's going on inside of you. Because when that net is thrown out there, that net is going to pull a lot of people in. And then it says the good ones he's going to keep. The bad ones are going to be thrown into furnaces of fire. Now, blazing fire. Now, I know some people going to tell you it doesn't literally mean blazing fire. It doesn't literally mean fire. Well, the only thing I can say to you is you on the devil's side too. Okay? You are his deceiver. Because Jesus Christ made it very clear that it is fire, literally. Okay? When he talked to the rich man, when he told us about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, it is fire, hell fire. Listen, the nation is being set up. Every time something like this happens, you have to watch yourself. Does the hatred for a certain people or a certain race or a certain whatever, does it increase? Does it grow? Or do you say, hey, I forgive them, I pray for them, I bless them, God, or do this resentment and this animosity or whatever, does it increase? You're being set up. Okay? You're being set up for that net. Okay, the time is going to come, y'all. Listen, this is what Christ is talking about when he compared his coming with the days of Noah. And he said when the flood came and took them all away. That flood represents the tribulation. The tribulation is going to come like a flood. In the tribulation, there are going to be earthquakes taking people out, wars taking people out, famines taking people out, dying of thirst, lack of water taking people out. There's going to be diseases taking people out, animals taking people out, all sorts of violence taking people out, all sorts of things, all sorts of man-made disasters and natural disasters taking people out. Okay? Meteors, comets, hurricanes, okay? And it's going to come like a flood. People are not going to be prepared for it. It's going to be like a net that's going to come over the world. Okay? And then somewhere in the book of Luke 21, it says it's going to catch the world by surprise. Okay? It's going to catch the world by surprise. Man, if you're a Christian, don't rejoice over that. Don't be happy for that. Don't even say anything that even sound like. And if you feel anything in your heart any gladness in your heart about this righteous man. This was a righteous man. This was a good man. You know, yeah, he said some things about black people that I didn't agree with. But overall, I agree with the man. Overall. Now, there were some things that I didn't agree with in detail, but overall, I agree with him. Okay? But listen, don't be caught in that net. Don't be caught in that net. Because the Lord said the good people He's going to keep. The bad people. And this shows you right here that there are going to be some good people going to die in the tribulation with the unsaved. If a nuke come down on the city, it's going to be some righteous people going to go too. Okay? All right, but don't be like the people in the book of Revelation that rejoice over the two witnesses of Revelation. That's martyrs. Don't rejoice over martyrs. Okay? All right, that's all I got to say. I'm not going to drag this out. That's it. Don't let Satan set you up. Don't let him set you up. Keep your hearts and minds pure and clean. Okay? Because on judgment, when you are judged, God is going to look, when we are judged, God is going to look at our hearts. He's going to look at our hearts. Yeah, He's going to look at what we've done, because it says when the books were open, they were judged by the things that they did. Okay, we're going to be judged by what we've done, but what we did. But we're also going to be judged by what's in our hearts, our motives, intents. Okay? All right. That's it. All right, God still speaks through visions and dreams. Jesus Christ is soon to return, people. He's soon to return. We must be ready.